Welcome folks to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. Sorry, it's still big gaps between in the timeline between videos and what have you. Still dealing with emotional stuff. Yeah, so anyways, I am still working on my Bathed in Bliss from Jacques. Yeah, it says down here, Bathed in Bliss from JacquesRouxPuzzles.com. Yeah, and it doesn't give a name of the artist, unfortunately. But isn't it so cute? It is a puppy dog. Such a cute little puppy dog. Oh, doesn't it look so nice? A little tiny puppy dog being held in a pair of by a pair of hands. It looks so nice. Yeah, I'm in the last row and just about done this section. It's just yeah, I'm just about done this section. So I wanted to come on here and share this with you before I finish it. But yeah, for those of you who are new, fairly new, haven't seen very many of my videos, Jacques is a Canadian-based diamond painting company. They do, I find them to be premium quality, very, very good quality diamond paintings. The drills, yeah, but the diamond paintings, like the canvas, is really nice. I really like the canvases. The drills, I end up with a fair bit of trash from the drills. I have talked to the store. There is a local store that I go to get these diamond paintings. I don't actually go to their website, but they do have a website. It's JacquesRouxPuzzles.com, or JACAROUPUZZ, Canadian, yeah, LES.com. But yeah, they have beautiful canvases. I've done quite a few. I've done quite a few of them already, and yeah, the store that I buy them from, I did explain to them about the quality of the drills, because there was one canvas that I did where just one color, the drills were just terrible. I was throwing out so many because they were like just of the one color. They were not well made drills. Yeah, they were kind of squished and they were terrible. So, but I still had enough drills of that one color to do that canvas. I have never run out of drills from a Jacques canvas. But yeah, I love their canvases. Out of all the ones that I've done, only one, like, I've only kept, I've only gotten rid of one. When it was completed, I packed it up and sent it to my friend, because I got it specifically as for an event, as well as a gift for my friend in Colorado. I get a large amount of my canvases from my friend in Colorado, because she is not in the best of health. She, her vision is going, and she's just got a lot of diamond paintings, and so she's been gradually giving me, every few months she'll send me a package with a bunch of diamond paintings in it, and every so often a few other things, well, as well. So something else I love about Jacques diamond paintings is every single one has ABs, special drills, and they're usually like 3 or 4 different colors. This one has 4, which is these 4. And yeah. And anyone who's done diamond paintings long enough knows that, or at least for me anyways, and a lot of diamond painters that I personally know, when we do special drills, we use tweezers. Some have special pens, diamond painting pens, that they use. I know some, they have like the new electric pens, and they use that. Now, if I could afford to get an electric pen, I don't know, I might use it for special drills, because with the special drills, you don't have to worry about the wax or what have you from taking the special coating off the drill. I've gotten used to using tweezers, as you can see. Yeah, and I really like using tweezers. Yeah, unfortunately, the one Jacquerie canvas that I sent to my friend, in that package, yeah, that package got stolen. It disappeared. Yeah, it disappeared in transit. The postal worker claimed that it was delivered, but it never was. So the postal worker themselves lied about delivering it, because the day in particular that it's recorded that it was delivered to my friend was on a day that the post office was closed on that particular day, because it was a Sunday. Plus, my friend has she has like a Ring camera or surveillance camera to for security reasons, and on that particular day nobody appeared, nobody showed up. Plus, it was also a rainy day, snowy day, wet. It was a wet day. There were no footprints, no tracks in her driveway. Her nearest neighbors are not gonna like just walk over and grab a package from her doorstep, because she lives on a farm. Her nearest neighbors are a bit of a distance away, not within easy walking distance, so they would have to drive. And like I said, there were no footprints, no tracks. Yeah. So, all right. So what I'm doing right now is I'm looking at this section that I just uncovered, and then I just pull out all the containers that have the drills that I will be using. I need for this section. So this one, I don't need this container because none of these symbols are in this section. Yeah. It's usually pretty easy, because by this time, at this point, I've done so much that it's practically memorized what's in each container, so I relatively know which container I'll actually need. Yeah. All right, let's see. Definitely need this one, need this one, and need this one. Yep. All right, so we got 4 here that can go back into the big container. Yeah. Okay, so let's see what's been going on in my life lately. I have dealt with the leak in my roof in the roof of my slide out, so it no longer, my my bed no longer gets wet. I'm really glad about that, because it was very frustrating. I'm still having issues with my feet and legs. From the week of my birthday was also payday week, and the week that we got dealt with the leak. And I'm still, yeah, the following week, which was last week, I suffered with swollen legs, swollen feet, and the swelling even at one point went into, was in my hands. My hands were swollen for like a day and a half, to the point where I actually had to take my rings off because my fingers were hurting. Yeah. But, so anyways, I am now focusing on trying to lose weight. Went and saw my doctor. When did I see him? Monday? Yeah, Monday. I went to the town next door to see him. Because of the swelling in my legs and feet, because it had lasted like the better part of the week. But by the time I got in to see him, the swelling was gone. Pretty much gone. I still end up with a little bit of swelling in my feet at times, but I know I need to get out and walk more. And but I talked to the doctor about pills to help me with weight loss, and he prescribed me metformin. Now, those of you who have diabetes know what metformin is. It's for people with diabetes or people at high risk of getting diabetes. Apparently, I am not actually at high risk of getting diabetes, which is quite surprising. I am very surprised that I am not at risk for diabetes, considering how much junk food I have been consuming, that I have consumed in my life. I am having issues still with my feet and legs, yes. Okay, yeah, I do have some of these. But, yeah, so anyways, sorry, my mind tends to wander at times. Tends to, yeah, at times, which is, can happen a lot. But, is this one of you? So yeah, so the doctor has, actually has both myself and my daughter on metformin. But apparently for her, we each got an ultrasound. We each got ultrasounds done, and mine showed that the issue with my thyroid. My liver is large, again, apparently. Yeah, so I've got a big liver. It's enlarged, so I'm really needing to lose weight. So, and my daughter, her ultrasound showed, I think he called it follicles on one of her ovaries. But it's a medical condition, polycystic ovarian syndrome. It just means she's got the testosterone level in her system is a little on the high side. So the medication that she is on is to help with that. to help with dealing with that. Apparently, I don't know how, but apparently.
It's the big turtle.
So yeah, so my thyroid is low, so I'm on medication for that. But it's a contributing factor to me wanting to sleep all the time. Another contributing factor to that is my depression. And yeah, sorry, like usual, sorry about the voice in the background. Hopefully you can't hear what she's actually saying, because my daughter does have a potty mouth, especially when she's gaming with her friends. And I did let her know that she needs to try and remember to keep her voice down while she's gaming, while I'm recording a video. So let's my mind just loves to wander, as you can tell. I have been working on this slowly because of the issue with my feet. I could elevate my feet while I'm sitting here, but then that would have me leaning back in my chair, and it would actually make me work slower on this because of the issues with my vision. I haven't had a migraine in a while, thankfully. Knock on wood. Fingers crossed. That was something that I wanted to talk to the doctor about and forgot. I gapped because of everything else that's going on. And he still has student doctors doing like the initial exams. But yeah, he unfortunately he upset Wolfie. Because while I was seeing him, she stayed home, so I called her up, and so she was on the phone with me while on speakerphone while talking to the doctor, because she also needed to get a refill on one of her antidepressants. So yeah, we were talking with him about her medical as well, which is nothing new for him to do. Like, he's done this in the past for me when I was with Wolfie's father. He would stay home, and I would like just talk to the doctor about his medical issues while he was at home. Because we also, we would combine our appointments, just make it easier, quicker and easier in and out of the doctor's office. Because they schedule 15 minutes per appointment, unless you have to get a physical done. Then they schedule, it's like 20 to 30 minutes or something like that. Yeah, so we would go in and we would see him for like the 15, we would go in, we'd have each appointment would be back to back, and we would go in together and talk about one of us, and then talk about the other one of us, and we'd be in and out, and instead of it taking half an hour between the two appointments, we'd be in and out in 15-20 minutes. So it would actually cut down on patient wait time, basically. He'd be able to get the next patient would be in a little bit sooner. Yeah. But there was one time that he came with me, but and because he wanted to talk to the doctor as well, but his anxiety was acting up or something. I can't really remember, because it was a few years ago now. But he ended up staying in the car. He waited in the car while I went in and saw the doctor. And the doctor asked about Jag, and I'm like, well, he's out in the car, and so he actually came with me out to the car to talk to Jag. That's it. That's not his real name. That's his shortened version of his gamer tag on Xbox. And yeah, so yeah, then it just gradually became easier for Jag to just stay home and let me go to the appointments and talk to the doctor, or just he would talk to the doctor over the phone. Yeah, he just became more reliant on me to do all of the running around, and yeah, so he eventually became the last time he actually went and actually saw the doctor in person, he weighed himself on the digital scale in the exam room, and it said he was 300 pounds. So yeah, that happened from him just sitting on his butt day in and day out. So here is another issue that I'm having with these canvases. This is the third time that I've come across a spot where the glue is very weak. Yeah. So the drills don't really want to stay. So this canvas, I need to seal it before rolling it up and putting it away. I need to seal it. Okay, so, and I always start each section at the bottom. Not always, sorry, but with this canvas, yeah, each section that I do, I start at the bottom and work my way up. So the next one is this one. But yeah, like, so because it's, excuse me, I've got the drills in containers like this. This is the one. This is the symbol that I'm working on now. The symbol. I don't know if you can actually see it, but it's a black circle with a line through it, and that's this symbol here. And then this symbol is also in here. Yeah, is also in here, but this symbol is not, and this symbol, oh, this symbol is in here too. There's 7 here. So I will be filling in these 3. So yeah, that's what I'm doing with each of these. Yeah. Yep. So, and I don't know if you can see on this container, but on the symbols in the upper right corner of each, there is, I have placed a little black dot. That little black dot means that this is all that there is. There are no extras of these colors. So now, out of all of these, there's only one that I have extras, and that is the 3865, which is this symbol here. And that is over here. It's over here. Yeah. So, yeah. Anyways, let's get back to this. So, yeah, on Monday, I drove to the town next door. And I left before the highway, they're still like shutting it down at 9 a.m. from 9 till 3. Weekdays, apparently it's 6 days a week, Monday to Saturday, most weeks, during the school year. And so what I did was, yeah, I left before 9. My appointment was at 9:40. So I got into the town next door, and it's like, well, I'm hungry. So I hit the drive-through at McDonald's and got breakfast and a coffee And then I went down to my appointment, and when I was done seeing the doctor, I went down and I refilled my 2 water jugs, and then I went and I refilled a propane tank, and then I went to Walmart and bought $100 worth of groceries, all perishables to go in the fridge or freezer. Yeah, I get home and there's like barely enough room for all of it to fit in the fridge or freezer. Yeah. But yeah, it's all healthy foods. Well, not all healthy, but there's like foods to cook in the air fryer. And yeah, I got a package of chicken, and I got a bag of baby carrots, and I got an onion, and I got some potatoes. And then yesterday I pulled out the slow cooker, and boy, did I fill that thing. It was full to the top. And unfortunately, with the electricity in this place, I cannot have the slow cooker and the space heater running at the same time, because it'll blow the breaker. So I forewarned Wolfie, and she's like, well, that just means we got to stay under the covers. Under the blankets. Dress warmly and stay under the covers. Stay in bed during the four hours that the slow cooker is on. And it's like, yep. Well, because I did that, I stayed under the covers, and I didn't stir it and whatnot until the 4 hours were pretty much up. And well, yeah, most of it was cooked, but not all. The chicken was cooked. Most of the carrots were cooked. The potatoes, not so much. So I pulled out the chicken. We ate the chicken, and then and I put the rest of it back on for another hour. Yeah. And by that time, oh boy, the taters were actually a little overcooked, but yeah, just a tiny bit. Like really tiny bit. But they were good. But see, when I cook, I don't add salt or pepper. The majority of the time I don't add spices at all. At all. No spices. I'm fine with that myself. I'm perfectly fine with that. Most people, the majority of people, are like, no, I need flavoring, because Wolfie was even saying that oh, holy cow, I am so sorry about that. Wow, I really banged it good. Anyways, yeah, so Wolfie was saying, yeah, it was kind of bland. I'm like, well, I don't use salt and pepper. It's like the spices are there, add them yourself, basically. But yeah, I put the leftovers in containers last night, and and I told her that I'm gonna mix one of the containers of leftovers with rice. So I'll just cook up some rice and mix the leftovers in. Oh, Jesus. Yeah, I'm gonna mix the leftovers in, and I'll probably end up doing that again another night with the other container of leftovers. And then there's also a container with the liquid, the leftover liquid. And I could probably make a soup, use it as a soup stock. Yeah, I think I can. Actually, I'm just thinking. Yeah, I can use it like a soup stock and throw in, well, we've got canned vegetables, so I can throw in the canned vegetables, fry up cook up some hamburger and throw that in. Yeah, there's an idea. And the package of hamburger is actually a chicken. It's like chicken hamburger. Ground up chicken. Yeah, so that'll work. Actually, that'll work really good. What I really want to do is get a crock pot. Yeah, with a crock pot I can do that kind of stuff all the time. In the winter, in the summer, yeah. And at some point, I'm going to get rid of the couch outside. And where the couch is currently sitting, I want to get an exercise bike and a mini deep freeze. And put them both right there.
What? Where?
Because I have actually been wanting to get an exercise bike for a long time. Because I enjoy riding a bike.
Well,
I just don't really like riding outdoors in the environment and like the neighborhood, down the street, up hills, down hills. I prefer a stationary bike. And there's no room inside here for a stationary bike. And my boyfriend was here over the weekend. He came over on Saturday and we watched a couple of movies and talked about, I was telling him about how I want to get, like, I'd actually like to get one of those stationary stands for a bike so that I could actually take my bike and prop up the back tire and just use that as an exercise bike. And then I was showing them to him online, and they're like $90, $100. Yep. And then I remembered afterwards. I remembered seeing, like, they have exercise bikes at the thrift store. Because Wolfie and I, we did stop at the thrift store in the town next door. They've got a big thrift store, and it's just getting bigger and bigger. Like, they've got areas outside of the building. They've pretty much taken over like a large section of parking lot with furniture and outdoor stuff, and yeah, so it's crazy. And it's just all this stuff. Anyways, while we were there, so I actually am wanting to go back there next payday and see what they've got for exercise equipment. But yeah, so Wolfie and I yesterday, like, we were originally doing, like, we would go for a walk in the evenings, but in the evenings it's just, we're both just not really motivated, in the mood, whatever, to go for walks. So yesterday, in the middle of the day, I said to Wolfie, well, just get dressed and let's go for a walk. So she got dressed and we went for a walk. We walked around the cabins. We got about halfway, and then I could feel the burn in my legs, and my left knee started to hurt. And honestly, it's not even a 5-minute walk around the cabins. But I actually had to stop at one point, not necessarily to catch my breath, but because of the pain in my knee, my left knee. And I could feel the strain along the right side of my right leg. And yeah, not good. It's not good at all because of sitting here so much. I spend way too much of my time just sitting here, diamond painting, or sitting in my bed and knitting and crocheting. Well, it's mostly knitting these days. I want to get that pink blanket finished, the pink knit blanket. Once that's done, then I'm gonna get back to working on the crochet, the mini granny square crochet blanket. Yeah. And periodically work on the cross stitching projects. But yeah, so we did that stroll yesterday. And then like not even half an hour later, it's like, oh crap, I forgot, I gotta go out and I gotta drain the tank. So went back outside and did that, and then came in and vegged out, basically. I'm still trying to get caught up on videos. That's an ongoing thing that's just gonna keep, yeah, ongoing and ongoing and ongoing. I'm working on it though, working on it. But that's the biggest reason why I'm so far behind in videos these days is because I've been binge watching Grey's Anatomy. I just started season 10. So during the day, I'm binge watching other people's videos on YouTube. And in the evenings, afternoons and evenings, I'm, on most days lately, I'm binge watching Grey's Anatomy. And knitting. A little bit here, a little bit there. Because of my arthritis and carpal tunnel being an issue. Along with my bursitis now. That was something that I talked with my doctor about. Was my was the bursitis, and I told him, I explained to him that I got a compression sleeve for my left arm, but it's just it's tight around my my forearm, and yeah, we'll do this because it's just 2 of these. And he recommended elbow pads. This is actually the first time when I first originally talked to him about my elbows, and he said that it sounds like bursitis. He recommended getting elbow pads. And this time he said it again, elbow pads. So I'm going to look into elbow pads. And because this compression sleeve just, well, when I Googled compression sleeves and all of that, Googled bursitis, and it says the best treatment for bursitis is compression sleeve. To wear the compression sleeve 24/7 for 2 weeks, and elevate as much as possible, rest as much as possible. And it's known as the RICE method, RICE, rest, oh my goodness. Rest, ice, compression, and elevation. RICE. Yeah.
I'm drinking the water right now at Voodoo.
I have a hot, cold pad thing
I'm using
that I got from the dollar store that I actually use mainly for my lower back these days. Wolfie's wanting one for her back. I think it's for her back. But, yeah, she's got issues with arthritis as well. So, so anyways, yeah, we're both going through health issues. And the biggest contributing factor to our current health issues is the fact that we spend the majority of our time sitting on our butts or laying down day and night and not exercising and not really eating properly. Ooh, that reminds me, I have grapes in the fridge. I actually do eat better than her. She avoids fruit. I love fruit. I love vegetables. Okay, she avoids the vegetables more than the fruit. Actually, no, she avoids them both, really. Yeah, just like her father. Oh my goodness. Yeah. But anyways, she we went for a walk just shortly before I started recording this video. And I'm like, yeah, we're not going to walk around the cabins. We're just going to walk around here. And she's like, okay, 2 laps. And she followed me for those 2 laps. It was funny. She's like, come on, let's go. Yeah, she's bigger than me. But she is a bit healthier than me, but that's also because she's younger. Yeah. But I do worry that she will end up like her father. And it's because it's just too easy for me to just do everything. So I pester her to get her to do the majority of the cooking. And she helps me out with the cleaning, but not the dishes. Well, she does help with the dishes. That's wrong. I'm wrong. She puts them away. I wash them. We let them air dry. Once they're dry, she puts them away. She doesn't always remember to put the dishes away when they're dry, because she doesn't actually come out here all that often, because she's in the bedroom the majority of the time. Yeah. But she does put the dishes away to make room for me to be able to do more dishes. This payday, I told her this payday, as soon as she e-transfers me her money, then I will be not just I'll of course be paying the bills, but I will also be ordering the washing machine from Walmart.
Carnivore, what do you expect? You can't
Yeah.
carnivore.
We're actually still doing pretty good for food. But yeah, we're gonna get that washing machine. And then Christmas, at Christmas time, we're gonna get the mini deep freeze. I want to get the mini deep freeze at Christmas, unless I find one for $50.
Your child is noisy and he needs to go
Well,
outside.
actually no. We'll still get one. We'll still get one for Christmas.
Wear some fucking gloves and
Yeah.
a jacket.
So there's this section. Well, that container. Now for these 4, 5, 6, 7, and 8, and all 4 are in here. Yeah. So aside from that, yeah, my boyfriend finished getting his truck all fixed up. He got an all new, he's all new panels, and he got them painted the way he wanted them. And he's painting. He said he was going to be painting the rims, the tire rims, to go with the color scheme of his truck. Yeah. And then he's got a boat rack that he'll be putting back on the back of his truck. And then he'll eventually be putting the boat back on. Maybe, I don't know. He might keep it on. I don't know what he's going to be doing with the boat, because he hasn't actually used his boat in a couple of years, like 2-3 years, 3 or 4 years, something like that, because he's so busy working. And I told him, like, it would be really nice to be able to go camping. I told him that he and I should go camping at some point next summer, which would be really cool. Yeah, it would be nice. Yeah. I just had oh, I just had a terrible thought, but also a nice one too. If my parents, they want to use their RV for one more summer before they get rid of it, because they've just been having nothing but issues. They've gone camping once. They went camping once this year, and the RV broke down. I had to go pick them up and bring them back. Last year, same thing. It broke down, and I had to go pick my dad up. Because they actually were parked on the side of the highway for a couple of days. And then my dad's girlfriend's daughter came out and picked her up. And then my dad stayed for another day or 2 before he was able to get the RV towed. So I went and I went and picked him up. Yeah. But yeah, it just keeps breaking down. So, but hopefully they're able to use it at least one last time. One last summer, more than once, more than one trip would be nice. But I think it would be really cool if my boyfriend and I went camping with them one weekend. I think that would be really cool. Even if it's just like overnight. Because, well, he's got a tent, so we could use the tent. And yeah, leave Wolfie here. Yeah, she could stay here. And yeah, she'd be fine, because we would only be gone for one night because of his work schedule and sleep schedule. Yeah, we'd go in his truck, go camp for a night, take the boat, him and my dad could go out on the boat and go fishing. That'd be cool. Because my dad's always wanted to get a boat. And, well, my uncle ended up with 2 boats. And so my dad got to go fishing on my uncle's boat. My dad's never been able to afford to get a boat for himself, but on top of everything else. But would be cool. I've thought about getting him a boat, but the kind of boat that that he deserves. Yeah.
Oh, I can group with you because I'm a big fan.
I think, honestly, I think he.
Exactly.
Oh goodness, a houseboat would be best. Would be the awesomest thing to have. Yeah. If I could afford to buy my dad a houseboat, that would be awesome. Because he would be out in that thing every summer. Yep. Yep. That's what I would love to do. Win the lottery. Buy him a houseboat. Buy him a slightly larger RV motorhome than the one he currently has, because the one he currently has is about the size of my 5th wheel. But yeah, I would buy him an RV. And
this hats is on our side, I think.
And the houseboat, and then they could go camping anytime they wanted. They could use the houseboat anytime they wanted. During the summer. But yeah, the biggest thing I would do if I won the lottery, if I won a whole bunch of money, is I would help my boyfriend buy a house. Well, and I know I've mentioned it before in previous videos, but that's what I would do. I would help my boyfriend buy a house with a basement suite, an upstairs and a downstairs. The basement suite, and the basement suite would definitely be separate from the upstairs, but also accessible with the upstairs. And then his mom and her husband, they could live upstairs, and it would be like a 2 to 3 bedroom upstairs, and so then she could also have like her grandkids come and visit, and they could do the Christmas thing every Christmas, and because he comes from a big family, he has a big family, and it would be awesome. I know he would love that. He's very family oriented, and well, he always wanted to have kids. He's got an older half brother and a younger sister, and they both have kids, but he never ended up having any kids, which is unfortunate. Because he's an awesome uncle. And he's got cousins that have kids, and he used to babysit a lot when he was younger. He used to babysit his cousins and his nephews and nieces, whatever. Second cousins, third cousins. Yeah, like I said, big family. And he's always been great with kids. But yeah, he never got the chance, never got the opportunity.
Yeah, I wanted a piece of
but it would be great for him to be able to have his family, his relatives close at hand. And then, of course, he and I, we would be living downstairs in the basement suite, and Wolfie would be living there with us until she's able to, until she ends up figuring out what she's going to end up doing with the rest of her life and goes off and does it. Yeah. And, yeah, we've talked about it briefly here and there. And we both know that that living together wouldn't be an issue. There'd be no problems with us living together because we've done it before. And when I moved out, it was honestly one of the biggest mistakes I have ever made in my life. Yeah, I thought I had made a good choice, but I chose wrong. Yeah, and my dad and his girlfriend both agree that that was a big mistake, choosing Wolfie's father over him. But oh well, anyways, that's all in the past. I'm here. I'm here now. I'm not going anywhere. And I've made it perfectly clear to him that I'm not going anywhere. That he's the only one that I want to be with. He's always been there for me. And I like that he's always been there for me. I've done some pretty terrible things. He knows a lot about what I've done in the past, and he's okay with it. Because and I think it's because I've never tried to pull him down, pull him into that type of lifestyle. I've never done that kind of stuff around him. I've had no reason to. Like, I got badly into illegal bad substances. But and then I got myself out of it, and I've associated with some pretty bad people and got out of that, and was treated pretty badly in some relationships, emotionally and psychologically and financially, and got out of that. And he's always just been there, listened to what I had to say, and never judged me for any of it. Never gave me grief. None of that stuff. Yep, he's always accepted me for me. And I think that's the biggest reason why I've always ended up running back to him whenever my life started spiraling out of control. Yeah. Because and I have a friend in my hometown, and the same thing with her too. When my life would be spiraling out of control, I'd go and I'd hang out with her, and she also has always been a positive influence in my life. I've never tried to pull her down the wrong path. It's always been the other way around. She's always just by being herself has always been like a positive influence on my life. Helped ease the chaos, soothe the chaos type. Yeah. So, and that was something that her mom always worried about, that I was gonna pull her in the wrong direction and ruin her life. And no, it was always the other way around. So, yeah. But anyways, it has been exactly 1 hour, and I'm just like, I finished this. Sorry, I'm stretching. Oh my goodness. Oh goodness me. Stretching. But I need to go. It is 2:00 in the afternoon. And it is Thursday, November the 6th. Yeah. And I need to go do dishes. I need to go clean the kitchen. I need to, upload this video for you guys. So you have new content. Yay! And I'm going to try and I want to try and start getting into a routine again of doing this in the mornings. Or at some point during the day. Yes, more content, more new content, more videos. So tomorrow, I think tomorrow we'll finish this. I might do just one more strip today. We'll see how I'm feeling. Anyways, I'm gonna go, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye!